So if the music is too loud, you can turn it down on a company.
Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. It is 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. We here in the step out room. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope everybody ready to step out today for our new conversation. Well, it's not new. Our previous conversation. Mm. Mm. We'll give it a couple more minutes. Welcome in, y'all. Send a comment in the chat. Let me know that y'all can hear me, one, and that you here and ready for today's conversation. All right. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you all for tuning in today on Step Out. You know, we are every second, third, and fourth Monday of every month here in the Step Out room. I hope that you're ready to challenge yourselves a little bit. This is open conversation. It's not just for me to be talking, but just, get y'all interaction. Let's see, what everybody have going on. If you don't agree with something I say, put it in the chat because everybody has their various opinions. This is not for, this is just to educate and to help someone else out. So if you have experienced the same thing, please, please, please be an encouragement to somebody else because to let them know that they're not alone. A lot of times in this life, we go through a lot of things and we think that we have to suffer and go through things by ourselves. And you do not. We have community of people. We have established a lot of communities, a lot, especially on Facebook, on different platforms where people can come in and tune in and just feel more like they're being helped and feel like that they're being heard. And this is all what this platform is, that we go over various topics. If you have a topic that you would like to talk about, send it on to me and we can definitely discuss it, just to get other people's feedback on what they think, what they had, if they went through it or walked through it, what they experienced, what changed, what helped for them. Also, we're all about helping one another. All right. All right. So just a little bit of, I want to say, not really house cleaning, but I hope you all are still working on your self-care bingo cards. I have issued some more out. And I hope y'all are taking advantage of that. As y'all seen on the new flyer, we're going to have monthly giveaways. Now, just because some of the giveaways have been given away to this month, don't mean that you still can't tune in for next month to get being one of the ones to get a self-care basket. So for those of you that don't know, we have our self-care bingo cards. Whoop, whoop. I've had a lot of women I love y'all. Let me be honest about this. So if you call me, if you text me, if you email me, if you send me a direct message and just want to talk or just tell me something that you're doing, I love it. Okay. I encourage you to do so. I am all ears. Okay. If you having trouble just trying to figure out a way to kind of like do some self-care on your own, call me up. We can figure out something together. Okay. Don't try to feel like, oh man, this is a doozy. I don't know how I'm going to get through this. No, you have other people out there. I'm not going to let you go through it by yourself. Okay. Some of the things, as y'all see, that's on the self-care bingo card, we have, do nothing. How many of y'all did nothing? I know it was a big weekend for some people, right? And I also know that some people were just, doing nothing or taking care of some business or whatever it may be. I hope you took a little bit of time for yourself. Whether you danced, you journaled, you read a book, you traveled, you prayed, you worked on a business plan, you listened to a podcast, attended a social event, even if you unplugged for 15 to 20 minutes. If someone was asking you to do something, you just said, no, I can't do it. Not today, not right now. Good job for you. Congratulations for you. So happy for you in doing that. If you tried a new restaurant, read a book. Now, for me, I told y'all that I was going to start reading books I said this probably a couple segments ago, but I said I used to love to read books, and I haven't read a book in a good minute. If it wasn't the school book, I haven't read a book. Okay. But I have encountered some amazing, amazing writers who have published books. And I'm being helped. As my pastors would say, being blessed, being blessed, challenged, and changed. All the books I've been reading have been a blessing. I just finished one I was listening on Audible, and it was for women only. I don't know. Another young lady introduced this book to me, and I was able to read it. I just finished it today. It took some time to get through, but I got through it, so I'm happy about that. I'm still reading Burned by Fire by Nakasum by Apostle Lisa Renee. Oh my gosh, shout out to her. Oh my, y'all, if y'all have not picked up that book yet, I don't know what you waiting on. That book, I mean, yeah, I wanted to return it a couple times. I wanted to return it a couple times because it was hitting so close to home. And I was like, I'm not ready to deal with that. She was like, there is no return address. I was like, dang, okay. But I'm getting through it. I love, love, love her transparency. And from a person that's transparent as well, I love the transparency and the honesty that she was just giving. But not only that, how she got through those fires that she went through in her life. It was just a true testimony. And I pray that Yahweh continues to bless her and cover her and guide her as she get ready for this next book that she's about to write. A little nugget in there. But yeah, I'm excited to finish. Like, I'm literally almost done. I have like 2 chapters and I'll be done with the book, and I'm trying to like savor it. I mean, I can always go back and reread it, and it'll probably help me a second time. But I'm telling you, I barely got through it the first time, but I might have to put it to the side after I get done and then go back and pick it back up later. It's another book that I'm actually about to get, I think, for next month. Get a book to do next month. I have people telling me they want to do some book clubs. Y'all better come on with these ideas. Like, I'm loving it. I've always wanted to be a part of a book club where we have a new book every month or every week or whenever it is. Come on with these book clubs. Like, do not be discouraged. Do it. Keep going. Do it. If the Father's putting in your heart and it's tugging at your heart to do it, be obedient, y'all. I cannot stress that enough on how obedience is better than sacrificing or him giving it to somebody else because you're still not ready to step out. Okay? I'm encouraging all y'all to step out. So please, 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 do not be disobedient. Be obedient and step out. Because look, if you do it, I'm always going to plant a seed in each person that brings something like, hey, I'm interested. Okay, yeah, let's see what we can do. Always. I'm not about to be like, that don't sound right. No, we got to be uplifters and encouraging each other's. Encourage each other because I want everybody to win. Okay. There is no small beginnings. Like I said, Step Out just made a 1 year. 1 year old at the end of July. And I don't know how I got here, but I'm here. Okay. I'm here by the grace of Yahweh, and it was nothing but him. People like, how do you go live every single Monday? I'm like, look, I don't even, like, in all honesty, I don't know. Like, I'll be laying down like, oh, snap, it's Monday. And then I just be like, sometime in your body, you get weary in your body, you don't really feel like doing it. Y'all don't be act like y'all don't know. Y'all get weary in your body, you don't feel like doing stuff. Yeah, I'm human. I get that way too. But through the obedience, the Father told me to continue to step out every single Monday, and that's what I'm going to do. And it's nothing but Yahweh that brings these conversations together and just open up doors. And I hope that even through the topics that are being discussed, that someone is blessed, that someone is challenged a little bit, and that, of course, that, it shifts something in you as well. So don't be discouraged, okay? All right, as I told y'all, we're going to go through the little housekeeping things of self-care. So continue to step out in self-care. If you worked out, oh, yeah. So I don't know if y'all caught any of my pictures, but I told y'all if I'm going to do it, I'm going to let y'all know y'all not anybody yourself. I started walking. that's the first step, because I told y'all when I did the cycling class with my bestie, and that didn't work out. Me and cycling did not get along. So I was like, okay, a gym is not it. What else can I do to kind of get fit, to get back active now that I'm done having children? Like, what else can I do to get back to me? And so y'all know the children started school. My children started school last week, and in the area where their school is, so it's a middle school in the same area with the elementary school, and it's a track. And normally during the summer, like we would go over there and like run it, just to like wear the children out a little bit. But yeah, so I started going there. Like when I walked them, I made them walkers to kind of like encourage myself to get up and move. And this is just an encouragement to you all. If you're trying to figure out like how do you get to that first step, just move. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I had to rearrange my room to where that I had to get up. I had to get up to get whatever it is that I needed. Because at first I had this little bedside, bed nearby. It's like I use it like I take my husband, like, you use it for everything. I did. I did. I had water, I had my snacks, I have, breastfeeding stuff. I just had everything nearby. And the father was like, if you're trying to work out, you got to move some stuff. You got to move. Okay. So I had to maneuver that out of the room, and you already know my phone's never in my room anyway. They're in the kitchen. So if I need to get on my phone, I got to get up and walk to get that too. Okay. So I had to move everything around. And then I said that every morning when I go to take the girls to school, I was going to walk. So I would walk because they're literally right outside my backyard. So we walk out the backyard, I walk into school, and then from there I go hit the track. And today I walked around 5 times. And I also threw in some jogging and some little stash. I don't know what I was doing, but I was doing it like claps. We have to celebrate every win, no matter how small, no matter how little it is. Celebrate every single win, y'all. Do not despise your small beginnings. Like I was looking, don't get me wrong, I be seeing people like post their times and stuff. I don't know what the heck they be looking at. Like, I'm like, do they look at the miles? They look, because I was starting to get discouraged. I'm like, dang, like my stuff don't be looking like they stuff. They speed, I think it was miles, and then I guess the pace or something like that. I don't remember. But I was like, dang, like I don't want to post this because I don't think I'm where other people are. And then the Holy Spirit literally began to bring, I did not put the pictures up here. I didn't send them to myself to post up here. But I had, let me see. I can show y'all real quick. Because it was really like a true testimony. And if you go to my Facebook page, you would definitely see exactly what I'm referring to. Let me see that one. And because I'm gonna tell y'all like how the Holy Spirit be dealing with you when you think that you don't know what you do. What is that? Let me see. I think it's miles per hour. That's what it is. I guess it was like how fast you go, I think. And I'm just like, that ain't working for me because I'm not going as fast as I'm supposed to. And literally like I've been in school before because I played track. I ran track. I didn't run track. I played volleyball and I played tennis in high school. And in order to get into that regimen, like we had to run the track. So it's kind of like I think like any sport, like you have to be able to run track because with any sport, it causes for longevity to make sure that to be able to endure, everything that's going on. So mind you, I've seen these before, but I never put 2 and 2 together. So if y'all know a track, like you have the numbers that have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they have another one where it's spaced out, right? The 1, 2, 3, 4 is spaced out. And the Holy Spirit was like, no matter where you start, just start. And don't worry about nobody. You see those lanes? Like we talked about the blinders before, right? But you see those lanes, like in track. My mom ran track. My nephew literally to this day now, he is running track in high school. And they have lanes for a reason, right? I know y'all hear the thing, stay in your lane. Well, I tried to practice staying in the lane, especially when I'm jogging or walking the track, staying in my lane. But it doesn't matter like what lane, where you start. If you start at the back where that one is, if you start further up where the two is, the three or the four, just start, ladies. Just start. Do not despise your small beginnings. Do not. Don't worry about what nobody else is doing. Because if you know the inner track, I was literally looking at that today. Because as I walk my children, my daughters to the school, like there comes a spot where I have to stay behind and I literally have to watch them walk because you can't walk because now school is officially started. You can't walk them in the classrooms or walk them to the door. You have to literally, if they're walkers, they got to walk by themselves. And today I noticed it the other times I was dropping them off, but I didn't realize it until today that when the Holy Spirit literally just showing me these numbers in the track, that when I was walking them, one thing that my daughters kept doing, they kept turning back to see if I was still there. I love it because it was like they was waiting until the time to say bye, mommy, and I was like, oh, or just eating it up. But they kept looking back to see where I was now. They were veering off there because they was trying to focus on what's behind them instead of looking at what's in front of them. And they kept veering off to the side. I'm like, hey, y'all got to pay attention because if not, you're going to drift off to the street or you're going to drift off to the grass. Stay on the path because their school has like a little walkway, a pathway that they have to stay on. And I'm like, okay, y'all have to stay focused. Look ahead to see where you're going. And I guarantee you, like every maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds until they got to like the little shed of the school, they kept looking back to see mommy. And I'm like, oh, I love it now, but I'm gonna need y'all to stay focused and look straight ahead. Look towards the goal. Look towards the goal. But yeah, that's how the Holy Spirit is doing. Like, look towards you. Like, don't look back. Don't look at what's been or what somebody else is doing. Focus on what you have to do. Let Yahweh lead you down the path. If you continue to look back and keep trying to pull from what's behind you, you're going to lose sight on what's in front of you. You're going to veer off, whether it's in the streets, in the grass, whatever it is, you're going to be veering off because you're not staying focused on what you're supposed to be doing. So please, please, please stay encouraged, you all. But I just love how he brought that to life. Like I'm telling you, when I be walking in the mornings, it'd be just so enlightening just to be I call it my prayer and worship time, because it's just me. And I get to just have that time, that peaceful time that I need for myself. But yeah, so I started working, all that to say, I started working out to the what best fits me. I work on my breathing and everything and all this stuff. So I'm excited about that. Okay, now moving on to the next. Now I did want to let y'all know this. So y'all know I've been speaking at a lot of engagements. I was speaking at Vacation Bible School to women on self-care. I'm still waiting on the podcast to be able to show you all, but when I get that, I'll be able to show you all. So another one of my, I call her Mama Right. She's hosting a Blooming Together, a Rosebud collection. So if y'all don't know, so y'all do know because I talk about her a whole lot, about my daughter. So when I first lost Jazara, Mama Wright was, now I'm not gonna say the first one, but she was one of the ones that came and embraced me and just like helped me get through the loss. So her ministry deals with widows, but also deals with when you lose someone and kind of like how you navigate it. And she, oh my goodness, she really, really, truly helped me to kind of navigate that loss of Jazara when I felt lost during that time. So she's hosting an event this Sunday on the 24th from 2 to 5. Seating is limited. I don't know if they closed the registration or not, but I will be one of the panelists there, speaking about the loss speaking on how I kind of endured the loss of Jazara. But if you have experienced loss in your life, you're trying to figure out like a good place to network. Step Out is one, of course, but there's also others to kind of help you in how you deal with that. She's been very supportive. She contacts you, she calls you, checks on you, makes sure you're good. that her ministry that the Father blessed with is just amazing. So if you're not able to make it, you can still go to her page, Rosebud Ministries. It is on Facebook. Go check her out and go check out some of her lives, because she do have some lives as well. She go live every second Friday of every month. Every second Friday. So go check her out. Definitely don't miss out on that. Okay. All right. So now y'all getting into the topic for this month, right? Getting into the topic for this month. So we kind of started a little bit on last week, right? Not last month, last week, the topic for this month. And I think we're going to kind of continue it on, because, I think I have a surprise for y'all on the last Monday of this month. I kind of want to do something a little different. So we go see how that works out. And y'all let me know if you're like, oh man, that was pretty cool or not. I'm not going to tell y'all because I just want y'all to be surprised. Okay. So we've been talking about family. Okay. What does family look like to you, to me, to anybody, right? We have our traditional families. Now, I did give a disclaimer. This is for 18 and above. I'm not asking people to separate from them families or to, but this is just information basis to kind of help navigate. If you are under 18, please go find your parents. And but yeah, this is for 18 and above, just to kind of like get that conversation starter in there. So be mindful of that. The things that we're going to be talking about, we'll be dealing with, how traditional families, non-traditional families, toxic family members, healthy families, like all that in the nine. Okay. All right. So now that we went through the disclaimer, what is family? Right? What is family? So to everybody has a different definition of family. Some people come from traditional backgrounds, some people come from non-traditional backgrounds, but they say family is family, and I do mean that in air quotes. True definition of family is a group of two or more persons related by birth, marriage, or adoption who live together. All such related persons are considered as members of one family. Now, I do remember telling y'all, so with my family, we had our family consists of 5. I did tell you about my siblings. I'm the youngest of my siblings. I have an older sister and an older brother. We are a family of 5. My mom and my dad. So I come what you would consider a traditional family background. And in that, we also had foster children that we still yet kind of interact with till this day. So they're still we deem them a part of our family as well. So it's kind of like a blended, so to speak, but we're all family. So we have the traditional family, y'all, everybody want to be the Obamas. Everybody want to be Obamas, but what happened when your family is not really the Obamas, so to speak. Traditional family is a family structure that consists of a man, woman, or a more, or their biological or adopted children, don't really matter, just a family that is together. Now, you also have the non-traditional families, which they consider if you're a single parent, if you're a grandmother raising the children, like all that. I guess it's when you don't have a mom and a dad, how that what makes a traditional family, right? All right. So we also have where, let me see. So we talked about a little bit of being the glue last week, of trying to be the glue that holds your family together. And we talked about how what happens when what's holding your family together comes apart, because glue does not always stick. There are certain things that causes, because how many, you may glue your fingers together and there's a way to get it unstuck. If you break something or whatever the case may be, glue doesn't always hold things together. I've heard a lot of people say that, even in death, right? When someone died, they're like, oh man, they were the glue that held the family together. So what happens when that person dies? Like, what else is holding the family together after that? No one knows. No one knows. I don't think I've heard anyone else attest to like what happens like after that glue is gone. I would definitely be interested in interviewing a family of that nature who had a person that was the glue that kept everybody together and held everybody together. But now it's like, you can't you can't be that glue anymore for them, and you just have to, do what you do pretty much. We also have, excuse me, okay, so we also said what's holding you together can come apart. So that's the glue that we talked about. It can come apart. For some time, it's when you're dealing with families that are not traditional, or dealing with families that like kind of have a lot of toxic going on in their families, like abuse or anything like that, then most times it is the children that kind of like holds that family together. Like, oh, we're here for the children. And most times in families, like, and this is something that I'm even being taught, even being married, of course, but in having a husband and children, is that I can't always rely on my children to hold my husband and myself together, because guess what? When they go off to college, they go get grown, they go marry their husbands and wives or whatever the case may be. And who's go that glue, that's the glue that left. So what else is holding you and your spouse together? We try to put children in the middle of it to hold while the couple stays together, and that's not going to be the case. Even for me, as mom, right? Not as mom, as a daughter and a sister. Like for my family, I always thought that like I was like trying to hold my sisters are older siblings, and I was the youngest. So it's like everything, I watched a lot of things, and I observed a lot of things, and I just chose to do things differently. And with that, it caused me to kind of like, okay, well, I don't want my sister to be mad. I don't want, as the youngest, we kind of take their song that like we have to keep everything together, because I'm the youngest, and I don't want to see my family apart. I don't want to see arguments and fighting and things like that. So nobody made me the glue. I made myself the glue that held my family together. Like, I'm like, okay, we gotta keep it together, because family is important. Family always comes first. And it nearly tore me up trying to keep my family together. It literally did. And until I had to realize, no, you can't do that to yourself. You can't make yourself that sole person, because that means everything is weighing on you. If y'all remember, if y'all watched the movie, if y'all have children and y'all seen the movie Encanto, right? About, I think it was the strong one, right? And she was like carrying the weight of everything, the family weight, literally, physically and mentally, like she was carrying the burden of the weight of the family on her. And then when she tried to like dispose of it, it made her weak. And how many of y'all are really like that? Like you're trying to hold on and be that boulder, right, for your family, and it's literally weighing you down. Like you cannot be everything for people. You have to make sure that you take care of yourself first. We talk about that. That's where self-care comes into play. You have to make sure you take care of yourself first, okay? Because like we said, what happens when it comes apart? Who knows? Who knows? So some people, they blame themselves when things fall apart, when things don't come together. Some people like, oh, they not able to keep the family together. So they, don't put that burden on yourself, and don't allow anyone else to put that burden on you, that you are the glue that's holding the family together. Like, nah, I don't want to be no glue, because if I decide to do my own thing, that means y'all relying on me, because whatever the case may be. But don't be that burden. Don't be that for anybody, but for yourself. Okay. All right. Then we have various quotes, right? And this is only some. Y'all, I was trying to find them all, y'all, but I was missing some of them. The best family is what you make, not the one you were born with. So this is a quote that most times that for those, every family is not a traditional family. There are certain families that have gone through that. Their family literally has been tested and tried and literally proved that broken them apart, that brought them back together, or some family members become distant, right? They just don't talk no more. I'm going my way, they go that way. And that's just how the family is, right? So in those scenarios, when you do, because either your family members were toxic or they just didn't get you, they were being bullies, they were trying to be controlling, they were manipulating you, then like you have the families that you create, right? So it's not always the family that you're born into, Because a lot of times, just like we have children that are adopted, we have, like I said, our family did foster care, where either their families or their moms were trying, or parents were trying to get themselves clean or get themselves together to be able to build housing for them. Like, everybody has their situation. But by that, we were able to kind of like fill in the loop. Like, we're not their blood family, but we are like family to them, like just in a different part. So it's not the family that you're always born into. Because a lot of times, sometimes when you're born into a certain thing, it don't return that love or that thing that you really want back, right? So just being open to that it's not always the family that you're born into that you should stay close to. But a lot of times you could build an external family, right? A family that actually you can connect and grow with and things like that, that will actually love you and want the best for you and all these other things. Excuse me. Okay, so then we have healthy families versus toxic family. And this is where that comes into play, that family isn't always everything, because we have some healthy families and we have some toxic families. We have some unhealthy families. Everybody can't be the Obamas. Although y'all may keep saying that, but you don't know what happens in their home behind closed doors. You don't know. You don't know. I may be on here now. You may look, oh my gosh, they have like the perfect. I've seen her and they just live the perfect. You do not know what goes on behind closed doors. Even when it comes to bloggers, and we was literally just talking about this in service on Saturday. Like, you don't know these people's lives. Like, they renting stuff and making you think that they bought it. You envying them and like want to be like them, and they don't even have anything. Like, I see a lot of hashtag couple goals, hashtag wedding goals, hashtag family goals, hashtag whatever it is, but you do not know what goes on behind closed doors. I am a living witness as a married woman, right? That what they say, everything that sparkle ain't gold, or whatever the scenario is. Like, everything is not a bed of roses. Like, in families, you go through a lot of things. There are a lot of hidden things. There are a lot of secrets. There are a lot of arguments. There are a lot of fighting. It's a lot that goes on within families. I don't think any family is perfect. If they claim to be perfect, I ain't gonna say send them my way. I don't even want to feel it. But the only person that's perfect is Yahweh, and we striving to be perfect. I literally am striving to be perfect, even within my marriage with my husband. With being a mom, I don't think I'm a perfect mom. I know that I still have work to do. And even with my parents, like, I thought my parents like had all that, but they would even tell me now, like, no, we just did the best we could. That's all we're all striving to do, is do the very best that we can. But during those times of having healthy versus toxic families, a healthy family fosters open communication, mutual respect, and trust, while a toxic family often involves manipulation, control, and emotional abuse. Toxic family dynamics can manifest in various ways, including criticism, blame, and a lack of empathy, whereas healthy families prioritize support, understanding, and healthy boundaries. Now, disclaimer, this is not to say that just because that it's a healthy family, don't mean that, they don't go through probably some of the stuff, blame and lack of empathy, or whatever the case may be. It just depends, right? But when it comes to toxic families, like, if you don't have a family that's like supportive of you, and then like wants to see the best for you, like, they're not trying to manipulate you to do what they want you to do. Yes, absolutely. Friends can turn to family, not blood related as well. Like that goes into what we talk about, like our circles, right? If you're trying to understand, let me see. Yes, we have that coming up. When you're trying to see like who it is, if it's healthy versus toxic, this is one thing that of how I kind of, and you know what, I'm going to skip ahead to this real quick. Give me one moment. Okay. How do you determine which one, right? This goes into that boundary range, because one of the things is healthy boundaries. They understand, support and all. Like, when you have those people, them the people that you place in your inner circles. Like, I cannot stress this boundary range enough, y'all. Like, I really can't. Y'all probably like, oh my gosh, she being so repetitive about this. But this is really serious. These are the people that you can really accept into your life, right? These are the people that are going to help you, that's going to be there for you, that's going to encourage you. They're not trying to manipulate you. Like, the manipulators and the people that's trying to control, I'm gonna say that you see that that outer ring where it says outer circle, they outside of that. That's why I keep them people. The people that don't want the best for me. I don't care if it is family, because all family, it just some people. Let's be real. We have certain family members that are jealous. We have some family people that that don't want to see you succeed, that are envious of you. They prey on you. It's a lot. It's a lot that goes into. So that's what I'm saying. Like, family is not. Most people say family is not everything. Family is not everything. Although we believe, right? We believe that. Let me go back one, and this will go into that. I call these toxic quotes. I don't care what you say. You can argue with me, and you ain't got to argue with me at all. That's still your mom, dad, sister, aunt, grandmother, etc. I despise that quote. I despise it, y'all. When people tell me, when somebody has done me wrong and literally have been controlling, manipulating, trying to sabotage my endeavors, and if it's my mama, my daddy, my sister, brother, cousin, daddy, uncle, daddy, whoever it is, and they resemble those traits, but then somebody want to tell me, well, that's still your mama, you still got to respect. No. That does not respect. Now, mind you, we was raised to respect our elders. Absolutely right. But that now, I do have some people that are like that, but I respect them from a distance, right? That's the people that's in that outer circle that we talked about earlier. Like, I'm not going to have you too close to me, because I know that you're not trying to help me. I know that you're not trying to see me succeed. I know that you're preying on me, or you're envious of me. You don't want the best for me. And I don't want them type of people in my life. I don't know about y'all. I don't. Blood is thicker than water. And it was this one quote that came like, blood is thicker than water, but they both leak. I was like, what? They do both leak. So it's like, don't trust nobody. Like, blood may be thicker than water, but they both leak. So don't trust nobody. I was like, oh my goodness, this is just getting wild. But it's true. Like, nowadays, you really have to be able to discern, like, when people really have your best interest at heart. And people will try to play it down like, oh no, this is just how I am with everybody. Nope. You ain't got to be with me. That's my boundary. Like, you may be like that for everybody, but you will not be that way with me. If I can't trust you, you will not be nowhere near me. Nowhere near me. I promise you. Like, I stand on that. 10 toes down, and then some fingers and everything else. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. Family always comes first. It's another thing that we always hear. So this is a big one, because when they say family comes first before what? Is that before me? Before anybody else? Like, who does family come first before? Now, mind you, they say that when you get married, you leave and you cleave to your husband, or, to your spouse. But I think even more so that, like, if I would have learned that I come first, even before, because if the family, this is what I'm saying, like, we have to think about it both ways. Like, I'm not just standing for healthy families. I'm saying this is all about toxic, right? Toxic quotes that family that. Now, don't get me wrong, some healthy family members do use these same quotes. And I'll be like, okay, cool. But literally, it can go either way. It can go either way. Family always comes first. If no. I'm saying that because I was a known people pleaser. Hi, my name is LaShonda Doyle, and I used to be a people pleaser. Okay? I had to get out of that to put everybody else before me. When they wouldn't even do that, I learned two words, obligation versus option. Now, if I make you an obligation and you make me an option, you see where I'm going with that? If I'm giving all I can to you to try to be there for you and to help you, and if I ask you for some help and you can't be there, I'm an option to you. No. No. See, you just moved your stuff 3 spaces back on that range level, because I need people that I can pour into just as well as they pour into me. And I will not have that no other way, y'all. If I don't say I have best friends, but I call everybody has been kind of moved up, right? So I don't really have friends. I call them sisters. They my sisters. Because if you are that close to me, they call them ride or dies. I have some ride to live people. I'm not gonna call them ride or die. I have some ride to live people. I have some people that will really rock with me, and I do not take it for granted. And they not even they not what you consider blood family. As Artisha was said, they're not even considered blood family, but they are family, because if I know that you will rock with me just like I rock with you, let's go. Let's go. Like, hands down. Now, mind you, it can be different for different people. I'm not saying that I'm like, oh, if they just don't do that, but you will begin to notice, like you'll begin to notice a pattern. And that's what you have to be watchful out for, like the patterns, because a lot of times they may be like, oh, now if they don't show up one time because it was an emergency, like let them live, let them make it, because life be life and things happen. But if it's a consistent thing that every single time that I call you and every single time you give me this sob story why you can't help, but you are quick to pick up the phone and call me and ask me for such and such thing, cut. Because I'm telling you, like I said, I was a known people pleaser. Like if you was to call me up and give me this sob story, like, oh man, I just this happened. I'm like, you know what? Let me figure out how I can send you something. Like, let me figure out what I can do to help you. Because I care for people. I'm not crazy. I care for people. And a lot of times people will take that careness and they'll trample all over it if you let them. So you have to be watchful and mindful about these things, especially in families, because you know them people. What was that on on Tyler Perry? I think it was the Big Happy Family, when it was like Monroe coming. Who? Monroe? Like, you know, that person that person that's coming because they want something. You already know who they are. You already know. And that is not good, because, you know, if you was to call them up there tomorrow, they would not be there. Be watchful, be vigilant. Don't give yourself to everybody, because they do not deserve the love that you have to give. Being mindful, you all love yourself. Self-care is important. Nobody, I had to learn, even after being married and have children, and I'm going to say this, and right now, I tell you, I'm walking and I'm trying to get back to Shonda, okay? I'm not just the mom. I'm not just the wife. I'm Shonda. And I was somebody way before them. Let's be real. I was somebody way before them. So why am I about to pour? And don't get me wrong, my children know that I literally will give them the world. I really will. So it's not like I'm a deadbeat mama, like, oh, I'm just gonna do all for myself and my children gonna go lacking. No, absolutely not. My children are well taken care of. And at the same time, while I that's not even a word, while I take care of them over and abundantly, I should be able to pour into myself just as much as I pour into them. I used to have a dog, right? Her name was Bella. Oh my, I named her after Bella from Twilight, because I used to love Twilight. All the things, I had them. I loved all the DVDs, Twilight 1, Eclipse, all the New Moon, all that. I love Twilight. So I named my dog Bella after Bella Swan. And when I first found out that I was pregnant, now mind you, Bella was spoiled. My dog was spoiled rotten. And I used to get her nails done. My sister, my blood sister, used to buy her outfits. I used to buy her outfits. She'll be in my Paris. She'll be riding me in my little blue Honda. She used to ride me in my Honda everywhere I went. Bella was right there with me. She was my road dog. Everywhere in my part, like it was just me and her for a good while. It was me and her. Now I began to have children, and I realized that the love and care that I would pour into her, I didn't have enough for her and my children. Like, so something had to give. So in that moment, I had to make the hard decision, because Bella is used to being, she was more like a single person's dog. Like, I don't think she could handle I don't think she can handle the temperament of the children. Because if y'all remember, some time ago, y'all probably don't remember, but some time ago, before I got married, Bella got lost due to fireworks on the 4th of July, or I think it was 4th of July or New Year's, and she ran away completely. Like noise, she could not handle it. So she ran away for like a good 3-4 hours, and I put up signs looking for her, and I could not find her. Now, when I found her, I'm like, okay, baby, like I understand she needs that one-on-one time. So I had to literally, it hurt me to my heart, but I had to literally gave her away to, I think she was a college student back way before I got married, but that was when I had children. I had to understand that, you know what, I don't have what I can now to cater to her. So I need to find somebody that could, because I can't do that to my children. My children, I know, just like I pampered Bella, I knew for a fact, especially having my first child was a girl. Oh, Jaslyn literally had, like, Jaslyn is spoiled. If everybody knows Jaslyn is spoiled, and she thinks she's still the only child, and she's not. She likes being a big sister, but she still kind of wants to be in that only child syndrome. And Jaslyn had the work. She had birthday parties. I thought, oh my good, she had more birthday parties than me. Because when I had her, I stopped celebrating my birthday. I did, because I was pouring into her. This is just a prime example, because I don't know who mom is out there doing that now. We pouring a whole lot on our children and we don't gift ourselves nothing. Now, I had Jaslyn, Jazara, Liz, and all these years I have poured into my children. They had wonderful birthday parties. Oh my, big birthday party, moon house, bouncy houses, all the works. They had, even my husband, they all spoiled. They are all well taken care of to the T. Now, I pour all of that into them. And then I start thinking, on my birthday, it's just another day to them. The last time I celebrated my birthday was before I got married. And I had a karaoke party at my play sister's house. I think that was the last time I had a party, right? Because we had balloons, we had cake, we had a bunch of stuff. We just did a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I did one of my other good friends at my church, and my husband got together to try to help me do my birthday. I think it was last year, where I got my hair done and then I went bowling, because that was something I loved to do. I love to bowl. They're literally, like, you have to have people in your circle that's going to help you pour into yourself. That's good, because you literally cannot do it by yourself. If you've been stuck in this phase where you've always poured into people, who's going to help you pour into you? Who's going to help you go like, okay, girl, hold on. Like, them the type of sisters you need in your circle. That's the type of family you need in your circle. Like, hold on, you've been giving yourself way too much to this person and that person. What are you going to do for yourself? I have a lot of people like that in my life. I am so great. And I want to tell y'all live, I greatly appreciate every single last one of y'all, even the ones that poured into Step Out, that poured into me to help me to get to this place where I am now. Like, oh my, I even thank Yahweh even more so. But it was a journey. I had to get out of that phase of pleasing other people. And I'm like, okay, well, family comes first. I have to make sure. And I literally gave them myself to every single person. Even when I didn't even have it to give, I gave. And I ended up being burnt out, because family is always first. Family is important. Blood is thicker than water. Now, we ain't even going into the depths of if your family is like really, really toxic, like abuse and neglect. And we ain't even going into that topic, because that's like, woo, that's like a whole nother ordeal. And then we still think about the phrase, oh, that's still your mama. But yet they beating on you. Not beating like whoopings, because, you know, I got whoopings as a child and I lived. I'm still here. Right. I am still here. I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about literal abuse. Like marks on your body abuse. Like mental, I don't care what type of abuse is abuse. Okay. Now, that's a whole different story. But then to still say that family still come first, like, you have to reevaluate what you consider family, right? And a part of that it was this activity that while I was in school, one of my classmates brought up, and I really, really enjoyed it. Like, it really made me think, and I want to share with you all as well. So don't mind the topic of it, but just get the gist of it. Okay, y'all, follow with me. We're gonna try to get through this, and this will be the last, because this is an assignment. This is an assignment, and I want y'all to know it. Okay, this is an assignment. Pay attention. Okay. So we have this DBT house. Do not ask me what DBT stand for. Just look at the house. Let's pay attention to the house. This is y'all's homework assignment. Okay. This house, okay, at the bottom, let me bring up the instructions for you. Well, the instructions are already on there too. Hold on. Let me pull up. So take a look at the house, and y'all can read through it as you tuning in a little bit. And I'm gonna go back through it for y'all. Okay. So in this house, right? I'm going to read it out. I'm going to read it all out for y'all. Hold on. All right. So the DBT house, and I'll definitely post the thing bigger for y'all, or that I'm going to send it. If you are subscribed to if you have submitted your information in the information packet with your email address and stuff, you will get a copy of this. I'll send it out today. So look at the house, right? And you may see this house and be like, oh, just ordinary house. So you're going to need some paper, and you're going to need some coloring utensils. And you're going to draw an outline of this house. Be sure to include a floor, roof, door, chimney, floor level, 4 levels, and a billboard or sign outside of the house, whatever you want to write. All right. On the foundation of the house, which is what you see, your foundation, you're going to put the values that guide your life. Okay. The values that guide your life, or your core values. You see the foundation where it says your foundation. Okay. Walls, along the walls, write anything or anyone who supports you. So you see on the left-hand side, you see people and things that support you. That's where you're going to write down the people that support you. On the roof, name the things or people that protect you. This is your house, so can't anybody else go see it but you. All right? The people that protect you. On the door, write the things that you keep hidden from others. Okay? On the chimney, coming out of the chimney, write down ways in which you blow off steam. Okay. If you did a billboard or sign or yard sign outside your house, on that billboard or yard sign, write the things you're proud of and want others to see. Okay. Now we're going into the house. Okay. That all these things are outside the house: the chimney, the roof, the side, and the foundation. Okay. And the sign outside. Now, on the inside of the house, you have level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. You should have 4 levels. On the first level, which is the very, very first floor, I think the first floor, list behaviors that you're trying to gain control over, or areas of your life you want to change. So things on here, you'll see things you want to change in your life. Excuse me, sorry. Okay. Level 2, list or draw emotions you want to experience more often, more fully, or in a more healthy way. All right. Level 3, list all the things you feel happy about or want to feel happy about. Level 4, list or draw what a life worth living would look like for you. All right. So y'all see that on there. If you need to see it up closely, just go to Google and you can type in DBT house. Okay. And you will see it. But this is literally an assignment. Okay. For you all you ladies out there. Okay. Everybody watching, this is an assignment for you. Okay. Because this is to help you to kind of see yourself, right? It kind of looks like the The boundary range, that's also a homework assignment too. Surprise! So you got 2. So the first one would be the boundary line, right? Let me pull it up for you. Let me pull it up for you too. Okay, because I don't want y'all to be like, oh, we ain't got no homework. Yes, you do, because next week we gonna have a whole. I can't tell you what the surprise is for next week, but you gonna enjoy it. I'm for sure you will. All right. That last assignment. So you got 2 assignments: the house and your boundary range. So in those circles, I need you to write down who fits into your inner circle. Who are those people that you can rely on? And then you can, if you want. Now, most times, like I told y'all before, most times your family might be in the outer circle or maybe not in the circles at all, and that is okay. This is for your eyes only. If you would like to share with me, we can definitely talk about it. But this is for your eyes only. Write down the people that are most important to you. The people that not only you pour into them, but they pour into you. And by that, this will help you to take a step back and to see where your family is. Okay. And I put that in quote, where your family is. Okay. And when you have that family, them the people that you know, the obligation for who the people that you are, that's your main obligation versus the people that are options to you. All right. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed this time. I enjoyed this time with you all. Don't forget your homework assignments. I'm definitely going to ask y'all about it next week. Like I said, y'all can send me messages. Y'all can text, call me if you have my number. You can email me. You can direct message me, DM me on Facebook, Instagram, wherever it may be. And if you have questions, definitely hit me up. But I know I put out today, right? I don't know if y'all seen it, that I want y'all to take heed of, right? The other, oh, look, y'all got 3 assignments. I didn't even realize. My bad. Right. Okay. So the other one was, I don't know if y'all paid attention to the post I posted today. It was, what is something you did to practice self-care over the weekend? Now, this is something also to help you practice self-care, because I want y'all to understand that y'all not by yourselves. Okay. And I'm going to hold y'all accountable just like y'all hold me accountable. We go get there. Okay. We go get there. So stay encouraged. Stay encouraged. I love y'all to life. I pray that y'all have a great and prosperous week, that no weapon that may form against you will not prosper, that y'all gonna be able to work on y'all assignments. That y'all gonna be able to work on y'all assignments and without any hesitation. But I hope this gives y'all a little bit more clarity into who really fits into your family and circles. All right. I pray blessings of y'all life. Shalom, shalom. And y'all have a great rest of your week. See y'all next Monday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, here in the Step Out Room. I love y'all to life. Shalom. Have a great evening.